Well, hi there, friends, foes, enemies, men, women, and recently undecided genders. Trump says not guilty. Alexa knows who's the best half-Persian comedian in the world. Naughty wedding vows go viral. And Fauci gets schooled by some homies, plus a surprise visit by a leprechaun. It's all happening right here, right now, on The Right Show. Welcome, podcasters, YouTubers, Facebookers, and everybody in between. The Right Show is a support group for normal people. We will put your comments up on the screen, like this one. Kvon, your YouTube is getting shadow banned. Yes, it is. Kvon, please make us laugh tonight. We need it now more than ever. And let's get this party started. Those were all comments. If you put yours down there, they might pop up here and you become famous as well. 106 episodes in. YouTube subscribers have been hovering. They have not moved one bit. How interesting is that? Posting new videos every single day, but no new people have subscribed for the last year. Yeah, that sounds about right. Meanwhile, in that same time, Instagram is going, it's up about 70,000 subscribers. TikTok is up 50,000. But nope, not a single new person anywhere in the world has wanted to see my clips. Well, we're going to talk about all that and more right here, right now on The Right Show. Where do you live, folks? Put in the comments and tell me, what is your favorite cereal? Mine is Frosted Lucky Charms, because they have been known to be magically delicious. I just got back from San Jose, California on a Wednesday night, and thank you for showing up. We packed that place out. Take a look at San Jose Improv, a historic theater that Houdini used to perform in, and now KvonComedy.
She hasn't been more happy than her. Look at you, brought her a friend. Let's go see the A-Rock front row, buddy. Where's your husband?
Okay, so that just shows you about how many people were there. And Alexa Knows Best, one of my fans from Down Under, filmed himself asking Alexa who, mirror, mirror on the wall, is the most famous half-Persian comedian of them all. Now, Alexa didn't get it right the first time, but eventually did. I thought it was very funny. Take a look.
Alexa, who is Kvon?
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is yet, but I learn about new people every day.
She gives me a different answer every time. Alexa, who is Kvon?
According to fandom, Kvon is a minor character in the amazing world of Gumball.
Alexa, who is Kvon Moeezy?
Kevin Morrissey is an author of at least 24 books.
Alexa, who is the most famous half-Persian comedian in the world?
Kvon is the most famous half-Persian comedian in the world.
Finally, we have something right.
Finally, if at first you don't succeed, try Alexa again. Now, just by saying that, I might have turned on all your devices. Let me know if that just happened. Turning Point USA has signed me as their newest ambassador. Yes. That came as quite a surprise. I applied about a year ago. Say, hey, I'm already doing comedy shows for you guys. Would you like to make it official? You want to make this relationship official? Well, in comes the post. Turning Point USA says, Kvon, we are so pumped to have you on board, not just on campuses anymore, but as a new ambassador. Yes. Can't wait for the next event. If you don't know what Turning Point USA is, Google it. They are a free speech advocacy group. They believe America is the greatest country ever created. They believe the founding fathers were geniuses and that the Constitution was the greatest document ever cobbled together. The radical left believes the exact opposite. They believe America is the worst country ever. Everyone that's black is here used to be a slave. Everyone that's white used to be a slave owner. The holidays are racist. The border is racist. The president is racist. You're racist. I'm racist. There's nothing worth fighting for. So you decide which team you're on. I'm going with Turning Point USA. And if you want to see my upcoming tour dates, I highly recommend it. So here's what I want you to do. Go on my website, KvonComedy.com, and take a look at these dates. Now, we've already done Sacktown, San Jose, and whatever. But we got Tampa right here, Arlington, Virginia, next week, Hugoton, Kansas, private event, but you can get tickets because we added a theater right there in the middle on the 28th. So Kansas people, get your tickets. Then Reno, Batavia, Illinois, Boca Raton, Naples, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Huntington Beach. All those and more are on KvonComedy.com. When we get back, we're going to talk about Trump pleading not guilty. Don't miss it. The left must be punished for what they have done to Donald J. Trump. The man did nothing wrong other than beat Hillary Clinton, in my opinion. Nothing wrong with that. And he loved the country too much. He was a president for 4 years. Nobody became a slave. There was no war that broke out, no nuclear holocaust. Everything the left predicted was wrong. There has to be punishment for being wrong that many times. If I'm wrong that many times in my business, I don't get to do my business. If I'm wrong that many times in the stock market, I don't have any money left. The left can keep being wrong and somehow keep winning. I don't get it. Take a look here. Trump was forced from his beautiful multi-million-dollar home to go to a horrible place like New York and plead not guilty to a felony of falsifying business records. Really? That's how you treat a patriot who grew up in America, lived in New York his whole life, created New York from being a total slum Gotham City into a beautiful place where Seinfeld and Friends could make a fun little sitcom. And now it's devolving back because when things are good for too long, the left thinks, oh, well, then we need to stop being so hard on crime. And now good luck living in New York, especially if you're Asian. All the Asian hate came from dark white supremacists. You zoom in on the video camera footage. It's always a very dark white supremacist because Joe Biden says white supremacy is the biggest problem in America. So these are very dark African white supremacists who keep punching Asians, punching old ladies, stealing things, doing 75% of all the crime. But it's the white people. That's who we have to watch out for. And it's Donald Trump. New York will let any criminal out. You can steal up to $1,000. You can get away with firebombing a cop car. You can stab, punch, kick. We feel bad for the criminals. But then someone does something as simple as beating Hillary Clinton in the White House, and suddenly he is guilty of a felony of giving a woman an NDA. Women love signing NDAs, and then they love getting paid to sign the NDA. Here's $100,000 in NDA. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. And then she violated the NDA. She is not a law-abiding citizen. Stormy McDonald's needs to go to jail. Trump, he just said, hey, I want my private life private. What's wrong with that? Take a listen.
And I never thought anything like this could happen in America. Never thought it could happen. The only crime that I have committed is to fearlessly defend our nation from those who seek to destroy it.
So it is now our job to not only stick up for a patriot. Like we all joked Hillary Clinton belongs in jail, and Lord knows she does belong in jail. But we aren't so full of vitriol that we actually went after her, prosecuted her. We all know Hunter Biden belongs in jail. Underage girls, drug use on camera, not just recreational marijuana, meth, crack. He admitted to it. These are illegal activities. Money, bank records showing he's pay for play, funneling the money, left a laptop behind, said, oh, I got to give dad 10% of everything I make, 10% for the big guy. Joe Biden is one of the most corrupt individuals who's ever lived, and we all say he belongs in jail, but we're not going after him for it. Trump is Joe Biden's number one political contender. So Trump is not only an ex-president, a former president who served 4 years for zero money, he is also the number one contender against Joe Biden in the next election currently. That's two big problems. You should not be jailing old presidents, previous presidents. Bill Clinton broke more laws than anyone, lied to Congress, falsified, cheated on his wife, paid women to go away, everything. But the left says, that's just sex. Leave alone. Man likes sex. That's what you're now blaming Trump for. Trump was a Democrat when he was doing these things. Now, jailing an ex-president, that's something for banana republics, not for the United States of America, the country I love. And secondly, jailing your future political opponents. I want my country back. Make sure the left pays for what they've done. Do you hear me? Find a way to do it and make sure they pay for this. If that means Trump has to win 2024, even if you don't think he's the best candidate in the world, that is a great retribution for this overreach, this overstep, and this huge, huge mistake. All right, catching up in the comments. Bill Clinton should be in jail. Bill Clinton was worse. You know, the people on the right were too normal. We're too nice. We're too pleasant. We just want to run our business. Don't get too involved. The left loves getting involved. They like getting involved in your school board, elected into office. I like being part of the Acorn. I'm a community organizer. Anything that's not a real job, where you don't have to really show up to work and really create a product and really sell it, the left loves that. Little BS appointment positions. And that's why the left is running us, even though we are better, more powerful, and do more than them. Because we are too busy and they're pulling puppet strings now, where we're like, oh, I can't rent out my home now because there's a squatter living here. I can't show up with a gun and chase the squatter out because the left says the squatter has rights, because the left wants the votes from squatter type people. These are things that are going to ruin our country if it isn't too late already. And the country is going downhill. This couple decided to do naughty wedding vows. It's gone viral. Tell me if you think this is acceptable at a wedding.
Only 2 things are required to keep me happy. Keep my belly full and my balls empty. So you're amazing at half of it. We really need to get you some cooking lessons. Even when my belly isn't full, there is no one I could ever love more in this lifetime, unless I actually get a chance to meet Margot Robbie. Since the beginning, I was always told, life gets even better when the kids fall asleep and you tell me to come to the bedroom. Nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard slamming.
Michael.
P.S. Since you're so good at making decisions like marrying me, you can choose whether tonight's going to end with being a toaster strudel or a Twinkie.
Wow, a toaster strudel or a Twinkie. It took me a while to get that one, but then I remembered Twinkies have the cream injected inside, and the toaster strudel has the cream slathered all over it from a distance. Tell me if you like those wedding vows or you think they are vile. As someone on the right show, I believe you can have that cute little vow in the privacy of your room with your silly little purple-haired bride. But in front of the family, there were kids there. There's a preacher there. This is a wedding. Not every joke is for every venue. That's why I always tell people I'm a comedian, but I don't do the same joke I do at the Late Show in Las Vegas at the Children's Show in Provo, Utah. And if you are a well-rounded person, you know when to pull which punch and when to place it. So I say no to the hoe vows. We'll be back with a whole lot more. Tell me if you agree in the comments. I am more romantic than that pig, and I can prove it here. I was in a romantic comedy called The Funny Thing About Love, where I played a comedian who was trying to find and rekindle an old love. Take a look at me being a comedian in a movie where I act as a comedian, which I am. It's like a dude playing a dude disguised as the other dude.
But you know when I really freak out? The one time in my daily life when I freak out? When I use the restroom and I can't find my phone. That's panic, right? Because what do you do? Am I gonna just sit in there like this is the 1800s? Stop it, I don't trust you, lady. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Knock, knock. Luke Hudson, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. Hey. Keep going. Louder.
Great show. You even make Grandpa Joe laugh.
You tell anybody that, I'll strangle you in your sleep.
I already don't even know what he just said.
Yes, you don't.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that was one of the greatest sets of all time. I mean, I laughed for 45 straight minutes.
And I heard you.
Hey, Luke. Got some fans out here that really want to meet you.
Tell them I'll be right out. Well, I just want to say thank you all for your support. It means an awful lot. Everybody except for Grandpa Joe, of course.
Dang right.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go meet my raving fan. So I bid you all a farewell.
Well done. Once more.
Good job.
Thank you.
So good.
Oh, thanks so much. Hey, Bryce, remember, when Sam drives you home, have her keep it under the speed limit. Gas mileage.
Okay, Luke Hudson. Okay.
let's do another movie. Did you like that Funny Thing About Love? If you want to check it out, that was the #1 streaming romantic comedy on Apple Movies in 2022. I figured some of you didn't see that clip. It was time. Moving right along. Flip-flop Fauci gets schooled in the hood, talking to the homies. You see, Fauci is the #1 exploit in the world. He'll tell you that until he meets the great minds of the inner city in Baltimore. Then his expertise crumbles. Take a look.
I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time.
Well, I heard that it doesn't cure it, and it doesn't stop you from getting it.
No.
So
on the very, very, very rare chance that you do get it, even if you're vaccinated, you don't even feel sick. It's like you don't even know you got infected.
People in America are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now.
the only reason I'm talking to you right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
You know how many people have died from COVID-19 in the United States? 600,000 Americans.
Well, the number that you all giving that died, that once again, that's you all's number. When you start talking about incentivizing things to get people vaccinated, there's something else going on with that.
Yep.
Oh, you can't slip one by a homie in the hood, because real recognize real. It's so funny because Fauci comes with this fancy camera crew and his little appointed government worker, and they're going to go and explain to all the black people how important it is that they get the wiki. And the black people are like, nah, we good. We heard some things. And Fauci wants to, you could tell he wants to like hurt them or come back late at night and maybe inflict pain or sadly end their life, but he knows the cameras are there, so he's just like, and if they were white, he would have been like, you're ignorant and you're Trump voters, so you're stupid. But because they're black, he has to go, well, come on, black people, just each one of you is worth $100 to Pfizer, and I really need you to just go in the little booth and you get a free donut, please. You have to get the boost. Please. And if you get 3, we'll give you a cell phone. Anything. We have to. And you're like, no, if this was so good, you wouldn't have to beg. Does anyone have to beg you to drink water? No, because water is good for you. Does anyone have to beg you to breathe unless you're a woman who's hyperventilating because you got the wrong seat at the restaurant? Baby, breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. The lighting is okay. We'll get that booth next time. But mostly breathing, drinking water, eating a salad. These are things you don't have to beg adults to do and give them a free donut, like Dr. Fauci. So I thought that was hilarious. And because you agree with me, people are donating. Thank you so much. I appreciate what you guys are doing. Couple of super chats in here. But most importantly, I want you to see that I was one of the first to make fun of Dr. Fauci. So that black guy in the housing development and a half Persian, we're a lot more alike than the radical left. There's no race problem in America. There is an ideological problem. The radical left, white, black, Asian, Mexican, everyone in between, we hate. And everyone in the middle and on the right, we can love and we can get along with and we can agree with. That is what America's all about. Take a look at my comedy clip, which goes hand in hand with what the black gentleman said.
I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. Dr. Fauci annoyed you at some point in the last 2 years, right? His first interview on 60 Minutes, I saw it. He goes, you don't need a mask. Did you guys see that? He did. You don't need a mask. When it's already a pandemic, it doesn't do any good. So that's what some people did. 2 months later, everybody needs a mask. A month later, 2 masks are better than 1. That's where all the arguments started. Some people saw one interview, didn't see the other. I was in California on the beach, just jogging on the beach, minding my own business, jogging, right? There was this lady on the sand looking at me going, "Sir, put your mask on." I'm like, "I'm jogging." She's like, "You're killing my grandma." I'm like, "Okay, I'm jogging and I'm killing your grandma, but I'm far away. Leave me alone." She got close. She goes, "You need a mask." I go, "I saw the interview." He said, "You don't." "Well, you do now." And I realized we were mask debating. Yes. We were masturbating publicly. I have never publicly masturbated in my life. I was ashamed. Now, some people see me, they go, "Oh, so are you anti-mask?" I don't want you to think I'm not anti-anything. First of all, I was one of the first people in America to wear masks. Let me tell you what happened. In 2012, I went on a flight. I sat down on the plane. I look over. There was an Asian guy wearing a mask. All right, I'd never seen that before. But when we landed, I bought masks. I started wearing them on airplanes. And people are like, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "I copy off of Asians. That's why, okay?" It's a stupid question. I copy off Asians. That's how I got into college. It works. Don't judge me. You don't know what I'm going through. Yes. And I continued. It's worked very well for me. In college, I sat between two Asians. I got straight A's also, okay? It's true. You sit between two Wongs, you get everything right. They don't teach that. It's true. Where's my Asians at tonight? Asians, make some noise. Come on. Yeah, we got one. The rest are studying. Okay, good. Makes sense.
Where in my comedy and where in the African-American gentleman's conversation do we disagree? We don't. There is no black versus white in America. It's right versus wrong. It's the fake media, fake doctors pushing their fake science on people with common sense, actual brains, actual logic. Take a look again.
I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time.
2 masks, 4 masks. If you wear 8 masks, I'll give you 8 masks free. You could be having 16 masks on your face and be so safe. Idiots. Okay, now it is time to move on to something a little more fun. A leprechaun hopped on my stage at the last show. I couldn't believe my eyes. My brother was in the audience. We had the camera rolling. I just bought a new camera, 4K. I got a new microphone, and I was checking it out with my lav. And now when I edit it, I can kind of mix the sound, and we get the laughs of the crowd, but my clear audio. KvonComedy production is about to level up thanks to your nice donations. Take a look at the leprechaun. You guys can't see what I'm looking at here. We have a green mohawk, an orange beard. One leg. I didn't want to say it. He told it. 1 leg. He's got 1 leg. 1 eye. 1 eye? Yeah. This keeps getting worse. What else? And you're in a good mood.
I am. I'm always in a good mood.
What is the best part about having only 1 leg?
I get handicap parking.
Handicap parking. That's a good answer. Good answer. Good answer. That's good. Yeah. I thought you were going to say it never gets itchy.
It does, though.
It does?
Yes.
What gets itchy? It's made of metal.
My calf itches all
Your
the time.
calf,
yes.
that is, I'll oil it for you after the show, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone got WD-40? Let's help this guy out.
Yeah.
But I'm kidding. And I'm guessing your armed services, are you one of the brave men?
No, I'm not that.
Oh, shit. Okay. Look at this. Look at that. This is a Longmont fashion show right here. Looking like a leprechaun well after St. Patrick's Day. Right when I was watching that, I said, that's not a leprechaun, that's a Shrek-lecon. I'm going to write that down. Because a leprechaun is a wee little guy there from Ireland, and he should be no more than a pint tall. Maybe he can run around and get you a pot of gold. But look at this guy. He came in looking at 7 feet tall right there. All right, so look what I wrote. That's a Shrek-lecon. Because he looked like an ogre. A big ogre. All right, folks. Thank you, Brock Leprechaun. There we go. That's a Brock Leprechaun. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made it towards the end of the Right Show, but I don't want to leave you so soon because I've been doing hidden camera prank shows for many, many years, and I found some old footage that I never thought I would find again. So I've been cutting it up and putting it in little reels, and I'm getting a new audience going, oh, that was a funny prank date. So I want you to see the MTV Prank Date Hidden Camera Show and tell me if you think this is funny. I'm going to release 1 per week just so that new fans see some of my previous work.
So tell me more about yourself.
I look a lot.
Oh, that sounds cool. I'm really into family and my friends, and I don't really have time to date or do any of that stuff.
Oh, you don't? So I got you on a good time.
Yeah.
Nice. Check this out. This is the stuff I found today, okay?
Okay.
This was floating earlier. This is for like packing and stuff. You never know if you're gonna need to ship something.
So you just
I
save
found
all
that in
this
a garbage
stuff?
can. Yeah, it was under an
You
orange.
found it in a garbage can?
When you see stuff like that, you grab it. What is this? I found that. I don't even know what it is. I haven't opened it up yet.
Don't open that.
You know what? I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Can you watch my stuff? Thank you. I found some stuff in there. This thing was just sitting in there. Oh my
I don't
god.
think you should put that back.
Try it. It smells good. Have you smelled these?
I've smelled them before.
It's like winter fresh. I only used one and then I kept the others. Hey, I only used one and then I kept the others. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Right Show podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to join my email newsletter, I send 2 comedy clips every month. Go do it. KvonComedy.com/newsletter. Hey, podcasters, are you listening to this? You can click the link in the description and watch along next time. Duh. It's kind of a visual show. Make a one-time donation if you want on GoFundMe.com/KvonComedy. All proceeds go to me making fun of the radical left. This is episode 106, so you can put $106 in, or PayPal.me/TanksGod, or Venmo at KVON-KVON. Visit your local podcast subscriber. Give me 5 stars, and thank you for watching The Right Show, a support group for normal people. We'll see you next week right around the same time on the same channel.